This week on Carolina All Out.
There's a deer in the road. So shoot a buck. Hang on. Shoot a buck. Get him.
This is the way it happens in dog hunting here. All of a sudden the buck just shows up right out in front of all of us.
So shoot a buck. I thought you would let him get in the truck.
Bucks, trucks, and hounds. This is Carolina All Out.
Now, if you're a deer hunter and you grew up in eastern North Carolina, chances are you had a dog in your life, and probably more than one, and more than likely a whole pack. Your formative years were probably tied to the musky smell of dogs, the sounds of yips and squeals, and the scratch of toenails gripping for a purchase on the tailgate as men transferred dogs from the kennels to the truck boxes. The smell of coffee mixed with tobacco in both wintergreen and cigarette form. The rumble of four-wheel drive trucks and the unintelligible chatter of the CB radio as you hear the dong of the whip antenna as it continually clips limbs high above the truck. That's only a snapshot of what a deer houndsman experiences. Hounds are as much a part of North Carolina as Andy Griffith, and although the houndsman is continually under attack, he still carries on today. And when you talk to as many as I do, you find out real quick how passionate they are about their dogs. We're about as far east as you can get, in the finger counties of our great state, with a familiar face, my good buddy Wade Temple. You know Wade and his father Doug from all of our bear episodes over the years. True houndsmen that put their money where their mouth is and work their hounds year-round, breeding, raising, and training. Although they specialize in bears, they do spend time deer hunting. And Wade and a few of his buddies agreed to put up with me and the cameras for a couple of days to showcase this great tradition.
Well, we're here. This is the way it happens in dog hunting here. There's a buck. We can see him running way out there, but he came running right up here to us. We're standing here with the dogs, and all of a sudden he shows up right here. So we just turned the dogs out on him. You can see him going out across the field there, and they're on his track right there. And he's going that way. He's gonna go in that block, it looks like. He's gonna go in that block right over there. You can't hear much of a race because they're just about out of hearing, but that's the way it works here. All of a sudden the buck just shows up right out in front of all of us. No guarantees in this game.
It's a good spot right here.
All right, we got dogs right out here in front of us. We don't know exactly where the deer is, but it could pop out anywhere. Coming this way, going out across there. That's a good long shot. We'll see. Sounds good in there though. Track's hot. They ain't losing it.
We're here. Dogs cross the road and right steady going. They cross one road and get ready to cross another road. Now, what we're trying to do is figure out if he'll make a commit one way or the other. If we go all the way around here, he goes this way, then we got to come all the way back around here. So we're kind of just waiting to see which way he does go. Deer hunting at its finest. running gun. You can't. You'll be from one side of the club to the other in a matter of minutes.
We'll be back with more deer dog hunting after these messages.
There's deer in the road. So shoot a buck. Shoot a buck. Get him.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by Agri Supply. It's what's inside. Carolina Cooker, tools, cooks, legends. The North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission, conserving wildlife since 1947. And by the North Carolina Marine and Estuary Foundation, pursuing world-class fisheries and thriving coastal economies. We're deep in the timberlands of Perquimans and Pasquotank counties, trying to make a play on a whitetail buck as he's making a point to elude a pack of walkers.
All right, the race is on. This is how it goes when you're in the trucks. You're trying to cut these dogs off. We're watching them right here. This block right here. This is us in the blue, and we're moving down to try to cut them off because the deer might go out this other block. We don't know yet. So communication is on, and we are hanging in there.
I hear the dogs are coming down beside this cut and by the short and the tall timber. Let's get out here. That's a good spot.
Okay.
Right here. All right.
Okay. The deer could come right out across this place. Let's get on top of here. We're back up to our perch up here. Dogs are coming out of that block into this here. Nobody's put eyes on a deer yet, but we can tell by the collars which way he's coming.
There's deer in the road. So shoot a buck. Hang on. Shoot a buck. Get him.
Well, what do you know? He breaks out and he comes right down the road to us. And we did it with the AR-15. That is dog hunting for you here in North Carolina. You have no idea, especially when you're looking at the collars. You think the dog's over here, the deer's over there, but he has already slipped out way ahead of him, and there he is right there on the ground. The old 450 Bushmaster. Pretty impressive. I say they're putting it on now.
I thought I was gonna let him get in the truck.
This is a scene that's been played out for a long time here in North Carolina. We've got dogs here around the deer. Got a rack buck right here. That was a net shot for sure. Appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Well, here he is.
Got it done.
You had a good idea of what he was and where he was going, it looked like.
We had a pretty good idea when they went straight across them 2 blocks. You know, we most of the time the does have a tendency to, young ones in the does will circle, and even the smaller bucks, you know, circle. But if you get after a deer and buck, most of the time he goes on straight lines on out pretty good. So.
And he did. He got out. And where we started at and where we are now is several miles, wouldn't you think?
Very much so.
Yeah. So we've got it done here in eastern North Carolina in front of the dogs. People have been asking us to do a dog deer show because you know we love hounds, and so here we are. It's very difficult to capture this, and I think we've got it done this time thanks to Wade. Wade and the boys, you guys know them very well from doing all the bear hunts that we've done with them. and we decided to switch it up and do a deer. This size deer here is typical for eastern North Carolina and what you'd shoot in front of the dogs. Really made the East famous, this size deer.
That's what put us on the map.
Put us on the map. We love hunting in North Carolina. We love hunting with hounds in North Carolina. This is a very legal mean. We did it with the 450 Bushmaster with the Bear Creek Arsenal rifle there, and we're excited about that. It rolled him, and boys like to see him roll. So we rolled with the dogs this go round.
It was a good shot, very good shot. I was impressed.
Well, I'm glad somebody's impressed because I can't take myself that seriously. But guys, let me tell you what, if you ever get a chance to hunt in front of the hounds here in North Carolina, especially down east with these big blocks of timber, it's a great thing to do. It's a treat. It's a privilege, really.
We'll be back with more dog hunting action after these messages. The Fishbone Facts, brought to you by the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. Which of these deer species are susceptible to chronic wasting disease? Is it A, white-tailed deer, B, mule deer, C, moose, D, elk, E, caribou reindeer, or F, all of the above? Find out the answer after the break. Carolina All Out is brought to you by Farms and Land Realty. Selling land is what we do. Bear Creek Arsenal, performance through innovation. D&H RV and Marine, camp all year long. And by the Dixie Deer Classic, the South's premier sportsman's event. Which of these deer species are susceptible to chronic wasting disease? The correct answer is F, all of the above. All deer species native to North America are susceptible to chronic wasting disease. To learn more about CWD and how it's impacting North Carolina's deer herds, scan the QR code. The eastern gun deer season has been in full swing for the last 2 weeks, and I've traveled to the northeastern part of the state near the Amazon Desert Wind Farm to meet up with an old friend to see if we could put some meat on the ground in front of the dogs.
There's deer in the road. Let's shoot a buck. Shoot a buck. Get it.
The old 450 Bushmaster. Pretty impressive.
You know, there's just something about wrapping up a day with a buck on the tailgate headed back to the skinning shed, putting that lean meat in the cooler, enjoying an evening meal, and getting a good night's sleep just to get up and do it again.
Got a camera set up down here at the end of this road, and we see a buck on there last night, and we decided to come here. We see his track where he had come down the road, and he's gone off in this cutover, so we sent some dogs out here to see if they can hopefully pick the scent up and maybe get after him. He was a shooter buck, so that's what we're looking for. But whether we get after him or not, that's the next thing too. But anyway, we got to send him where we think he's at anyway. So just the last sign, everything is pointing to this one spot. So this is why we had turned the dogs out here. So we did hear one of them bark maybe 2 times. So I think they got a little scent of him anyway. It's just so thick that you don't get a chance to see these deer unless a dog does come there and push him out where you can take a look at him. Hopefully they can smell him and they'll trail to him where he went last night and where he lay down at, and they'll jump him, and all of them will get packed up and get running him and get him, push him out here where we can take a look at him.
Dog hunting days can be long. One minute you can be sitting on a tailgate enjoying a nab and potted meat, but as soon as the dogs jump, it's on. This buck couldn't take the pressure anymore and heads for safer ground.
Shoot a buck on the ground. Well, shoot a buck on his feet.
And, you know, we should try to shortcut it, but he may have done beat us to this field. I don't know. Maybe we'll meet him coming down the road.
Right here.
It's a good spot. It's a logging deck right up here. It's still a pretty good logging deck.
Okay. All right.
Good chance I'll be coming. Looks like right here, matter of fact.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
We'll be back with more deer dog hunting after these messages.
He's not there. He is right there. I swear that's him right there. You see this green bush right in front of me? Look straight up. You can see the top of his antlers.
Carolina All Out is brought to you by D&Z Products and by these fine sponsors.
Welcome to Appetite for the Outdoors. I'm Chef Paul Rose and we're cooking with Carolina Cooker today. We've got our cast iron griddle and our double burner stove. Today we're going to be doing a nice take on just an easy breakfast. We're doing venison sausage burritos. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to hit the griddle with oil. I'm going to throw on venison here. While my venison's cooking, I'm going to put on the hash browns. We're just going to kind of pat those down and let them cook up real nice. Now, one thing that you're going to want to do with your hash browns while they're cooking, you're going to want to hit it with a little salt and pepper. While you kind of saute the venison, we're going to go ahead and make maybe like a little circle right here inside, and we're going to put our onions right in there. We're going to let those saute along with the meat. Now I'm going to take a little bit of the butter. You may not need all this butter. I've got about 3 tablespoons there. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons on that. All right, so with the venison just about ready, we're going to want to go ahead and take our egg, and we're just going to pour this right on top. And we're going to take this and we're going to just roll it right in here. We're going to take the tortilla here. We're going to take one of my favorite parts of the burritos, the cheese. Roll that cheese right here. Then we're just going to take a nice scoopful of that. If you like a little bit of heat, you can go ahead and put a little hot sauce on her. I like my Carolina Cooker hot sauce, so we're going to put that right on top here. All right, so that is our venison sausage burrito. One of the best things about harvesting an animal is being able to bring it home and cook it for your friends and family. I hope you all enjoy this, and we will see you next time.
Wade's up on top. His buck is, we jumped him, we were on the other side over there, and now he's come all the way on this side of the block. It's a little stretch, but we've got open field here on each side. And let me tell you, a buck will break out across a field just like this. But you can hear him right there. He might cross here in a minute. See what those guys do.
So it's a good spot here. The dogs are coming across this cutover, coming toward us, and we have a few open spots out here where this old logging deck was at. So a lot of the trails come to one spot here. So this is a good place here. That broom straw is hard to see, but it's one or two little open spots out here that we can actually see down. So we're gonna maybe get a look at him. Out the winds, everything's blowing, but maybe get a glimpse of him here.
I see his antlers. He's not there. He is right there. I swear that's him right there. You see this green bush right in front of me? Look straight up and you can see the top of his antlers. Hang on, let me see if I can get on it. You see his antlers sticking up? Okay, you see this first green bush right here in front of us? Look straight up. He's moving to the left. Can you see him? You see this lone tree right here? He's moving to the left that way.
How far is it?
He's probably 150. There he goes. He's running down. He's coming right at you.
Coming right to us.
Yeah. There he goes. He's going that way. You see him?
Yeah.
Hang on. I don't see him.
What?
Oh, I got him. I'm on him.
Really?
Yep.
Rolled him that time.
Pitiful. I would have killed him way before we did. This wind's blowing and I'm shaking up here. It's supposed to be blowing 40. Wow. I'd rather be lucky and good any day.
It wasn't an easy shot, I know. But none of them are, really. Well, unless you do it like me and wait for them to just run right up to the truck there.
I want it closer to better.
Right, the closer the better, that's right. Make those odds a little bit better for us. Oh yeah, right. Right, I couldn't see in here where he was. Yeah, right there. Wade, that looks like a nice deer from just what I can see. Oh yeah.
Good deer for us.
Wade, you let the browning eat today, didn't you?
I turned it, blow the cobwebs out of it.
And you said you hadn't had this one out for a while now.
2 years, yeah. It's been busy. It's been hard doing the deer hunting. Been busy with the bears and all, you know, bait. But we took a little time out today, right here before season comes in, and do a little whitetail hunting. Still enjoy it. Still fun.
Oh yeah, man. Hunting with the hounds. Wade and those guys, his dad especially, have been so generous to us over the years, letting us come out and video the bears. I killed a giant bear with them a few years back, and it was a very special moment. But they're houndsmen, consummate houndsmen. You guys have seen the videos about them, and a hound after a deer is a good for them as well. And so this is a tradition here in eastern North Carolina, and a lot of places across the state. People enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's a family-held tradition that makes things so special here in this part of this. East of 95, we say a lot of times. East of that corridor, it's pretty much dog hunting from there all the way to the ocean. So we're proud to be a part of it. I thank you, Wade, for letting us be a part of it. I took a nice buck yesterday. It's an awesome time, and I'm going to be taking some protein back, and I believe you got a little bit of protein to work with now too, don't you?
Got a little meat from the freezer.
Mix it with the bears coming up here pretty soon.
Be pretty good.
Folks, I'm Chris Douglas for Carolina All Out, and remember, our state is your next adventure. Awesome.
Daisy.